Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we are on a place called powertec in Portugal. They are very known from tuning loads of Japanese cars. As you can see, this is the sort of cars they work with. There's a few normal ones in there, and the reason why I'm doing this video and videoing them, filming them, is for the fact they were a massive help yesterday with us on the rolling road we've done on our Stage 4 318. So this is the name of the place in Portugal. If you want to tune your car and you are Portuguese or in Portugal watching this video, I think this is a place you should visit. It's a very big reference for these cars. As you can see, there's quite a few of them in here. So we're here with John. As I said, we're going to have a word with him. Now we got the printout right in front of us, the game before and after. So what's your opinion on this tune for an NA car? What do you think of what we managed to achieve? What is your sincere opinion on it?
Yeah, so on an NA car like this with such a small engine, normally it's tough to get some power out of it. So that's a plus. You got big numbers out of it with only the modified parts you mentioned. And the most impressive thing is that you didn't lose any low-end torque, which normally happens in naturally aspirated engines. So, and you have impressive gains at high RPM, so that's not usual. It's a good setup.
Yeah. What do you think? Because some people mentioned that they think it's a bit hard to believe that we are on standard cams, and actually you've seen we pulled the rocker cover off to try to play a bit with cam timing, and you've seen like we still have the standard cams. It's what do you think of it? You know, what's like.
Well, my opinion is that BMW from factory tuned the cam timing for a little bit more low and mid-range. So what you've done is you've played with timing on the stock cams to get the results on higher RPM. That in conjunction with everything else made the numbers. So it's impressive work on the head and on the intake manifold, because that's where the power is coming from, but also from cam timing adjustments. So I was not expecting for the car to make this power with stock cams, but at the same time, now that I've seen it, I think the explanation is that. So BMW worried about low and mid end, and you performed everything.
But you see, when we put the cam timing down to the standard, we only lost around 7 bhp.
So massive results from the intake manifold and all the setup, and a little bit on the cam time.
So in terms of the look of the intake under the bonnet,
it's impressive.
Is it something you would buy yourself?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's superb work. Especially when you see the stock engine and how it looks. It's a big, not that it's your main focus, of course, but it's a big plus.
Yeah, that's the thing. What we try to achieve, as I said earlier, we try to achieve something that would look good as well. Would make the car look nicer under the bonnet. Standard, I don't really like the way the standard intake looks, and that's why we approached this route. We went all the way to the drawing board to redesign an intake. We've done new calculations for the runner length. We have a different runner length from the ones we used to have before. Now, I was really focusing on keeping the torque flat, as I didn't want people to put the manifolds in and say, yeah, it has more power, but the car doesn't feel faster, because that could happen if the power moves over. If I was focusing just on bringing the torque line up here, as you can see, like, it is a lot larger here, but we haven't lost in here. But
you didn't lose any low-end torque, which normally happens on a naturally aspirated engine.
Because we always have a compromise.
Yeah, it's a compromise. So, and here you don't need to have that compromise. You have good results in all RPM ranges. So it's good results. I think the owner must be happy.
Well, I hope so. I really hope he is happy about it. I cannot really ask him his opinion on it, unfortunately, because his English it's not the greatest. But
Yeah, but
you've seen his reaction.
I've seen his face, so when he drove the car, so
it's and
it's impressive not only on the dyno but also on the road.
Now this is going to be a tricky question. What do you think in terms of sound when you compare these to ITVs?
It's the same. With the intake manifold design that you have, and with the short pipe and that filter, it sounds like an ITV car. Yeah.
So it's very punchy as well. It just goes all the way through, and well, it's all in all. I think we ended up with a good product. As I said, we're going to have this available for other cars, ready to sell in UK. You guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I found it would be better to have someone that actually seen it in person to explain as well what he's seen. He has a different point of view because he's not usually used to work with NA cars. They do as well, and they do quite a good job with it, but they are used to work with it. He asked me the question for how many years have I been doing it? Because everything I said on the engine, he always came to play, didn't it?
Yeah. Especially the FPR trick that you did.
The fuel pressure regulator. That ended up spot on.
Yeah, spot on. So it shows that you know this engine very well.
Yeah, so like the duty cycle of the injector, I knew exactly where it was going to land. I've done loads of development work on it. It's an engine I have massive passion for. I understand people, if they want cheap power, they go 6 cylinders, but we don't want to be better than anyone. We just like to be different. And of course, there's a lot of people that share the same opinion on the 4 cylinders as I do. Personally, I believe it's a better car to drive. The handling, it will be superior because there's a lot less weight. John as well has some track experience driving on the track, and I'm sure what you think of a 6-cylinder BMW in terms of the front is like...
Oh yeah, the front is a lot heavier, so, and you feel that when you drive a car on track. So we were talking about this a couple of minutes ago, earlier, that this thing should be impressive on track. Especially, it has less power than the 6-cylinder. It's the truth, but the overall compromise of the car with less weight up front, I think this is going to make a very good track car.
Yeah, and you have been as well on the car, and you felt the acceleration of it.
Yeah.
How much slower does it feel to like a 325?
Well, at lower RPMs, you know the 325 has more torque.
Yeah. It's displacement.
It's displacement. Nothing replaces it. So you can feel that. But up top, it's the same. I can't really tell the difference from a stock 325 to this at higher RPMs. So, and as we were saying on track, you are going to notice the lack of heavy weight up front. So
yeah, of course. And the car itself is lighter as well.
And the car is lighter.
So, when it comes to the respect of what this can do compared to a 6-cylinder, I think with the same power, this probably becomes a better car. However, like many people are going to think,
especially on short tracks like we have close to us, where you feel, we were talking about it, you have a long left turn, where in the 6-cylinder I have a 325i track day car, and you could feel that if you were going a little faster on that turn,
the front starts flushing out.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's not going to happen on this one.
No, it's different, you know. But of course, then it comes to the price point of view. As you go to the price point of view, this will be more expensive than a 325, but because how much this tune costs to do. But in my, I know, it's suspicious for me to say it, but I think this car as it is would be more rewarding than a 325.
Depends on how you compare it, because a 325, stock 325, it's worth more than this. So if you compare the purchase price with a
Yes,
tuning.
when you put it all together, yeah.
Yeah,
it comes
altogether,
different.
this is probably the same.
Yeah, but the thing is,
amount of
people,
money and-
what people would say to him, that many people told him he shouldn't go, he should go 6-cylinder, not the 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
Which I understand when people say it, but I don't agree with it personally. Like, it would be cheaper if he had bought a 6-cylinder, but I think the results, because this is a track-focused car, it's not a car to be driven on the road, it's not a daily. I think this becomes better than the 325. Would you agree with me?
Yeah, because of the weight.
Yeah.
Especially because of the weight.
So, and now guys, this is on standard cams. We have more work that the customer wants done on the car. He wants to fit cams in the future. We'll have to go bigger injectors. He knows we were already over 90% of duty cycle.
That's
which
why
is
you
very
have to
risky.
do the
Yeah.
fuel pressure regulator
Exactly.
trick.
So it's that we had to do other things we usually wouldn't do. Then at the end we dial the ignition as well to a safer number, just to make it nicer and more reliable. Now in the future, as I said, we want to fit cams on it. We got exhaust manifold, full exhaust to go with it, and we're not sure yet. I still have to discuss this with the customer. We might go bigger head as well, and we would like to see well over 200 bhp out of it. The main target on this one, as I spoke to the customer before, is to reach around 250 to 160 bhp, but I think that's going to be done within next year. Well guys, thank you very much for seeing this video. Thank you for the following. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and follow us as well on Instagram, BDS_performance. Thank you very much.